Hello to everyone. It's time to record the next speaking practice video. As usual, in order to enhance desirably, or at least keep English, or at least keep English speaking skills, pronunciation skills at the same level. Yes, at least not to at least not to worsen them by neglecting speaking practice routines. So yes, I'm glad to be here today, and I'm glad to record this speaking practice video. Despite of the fact that I actually mostly doing it for myself, for my own speaking practices, but I've noticed recently that my speaking practice video get from 1 to 4 views. It means that someone somewhere, I don't know who, also watching my speaking practice video, and if it's help you, I'm really glad. Yes, but most of all, this type of practice is the solo um, speaking practicing. Yes, as I said, I'm just rehearsing. I'm just simply rehearsing speaking without a speaking partner. It's like shadowing. I could say that I don't know if I made it up first, but I just create for myself, made up for myself the type of shadowing that will be interesting to perform. Yes, and for these purposes, I actually bought a good microphone, set up uh, OBS, yes, and created thumbnail for the YouTube videos. Yes, I mean that by creating the videos for the YouTube, I make my shadowing, I make my speaking practice very appealing and interesting to do for me. Yes, it's just a little trick how to make. Yes, it's just simply a trick that I used in order to make speaking practice interesting and in order to maintain it consistently on a daily basis. Yes, and that is what this video and that is what this video is about. Just my some form or different, yes, a little bit different form of shadowing. Yes, just in order to practice pronouncing words in English, practicing thinking and speaking in this language. Because it's very important for my future. Yes, all the things that I'm doing now with this channel, recording videos, recording writing practice videos. Yes, probably yes, also Polish speaking practice videos, and in the near future, I'm sure I will be able to create writing practice videos, but on a Polish language. Yes, I will enhance my Polish language abilities to the level when I will be able to write, yes, write essays on different topics like I'm doing now in English. It's also very important practice for learning the language. It's also very important practice in learning the language. And I think this is all what I wanted to say. The summarize everything that I've said, that this channel, these types of videos that I'm creating on this channel, it's just form of self-practicing. Yes, form of self-studying and self-practicing, language practicing. Yes, self-language practicing and self-language studying. Just different forms, more appealing and more interesting for me to perform. And there is an interest, there is consistency. Yeah, because you are not fighting yourself too much when doing something. If something is interesting for you, it's engage you. It is engaging you enough to do these things. Yes, like watching interesting movie or playing an interesting video game. You do not fight yourself to do it. Usually, you just interested to do it. And the same way, I adapted, as I said, sorry for repeating myself, and in the same way, I adapted practices that I do on this channel. Writing, speaking, and yes, just writing and speaking for now. Reading and listening, I do without YouTube. I mean, I do without recording videos. I just, read a book before go to sleep, before go to sleep, and watch something interesting on YouTube, or read something interesting on the internet. Yes, things like that. Okay, so I think it's time to move to the chat GPT and start practicing, actually start answering the questions. Today I feel myself a little bit tired. That's why I asked GPT to make questions more conversational and less robotic IELTS, in a more conversational, in a less robotic IELTS manner. Yes, because usually when you ask ChatGPT to make 10 IELTS questions, he makes it very, very artificial, I could say. Yes, very unhuman-like, not very interesting to answer on this types of questions. But when you ask him, yes, make a remark that please make these questions conversational, he gives you really, really, really natural questions to answer to. Yes. So I'm not gonna say yes so much more times. It's not a garbage, but this is mm, for me, yes is the word that I use too often in a speaking, and not always in a context. I just use it to fill the pauses between talking, and this is not very good way to fill the pauses. As I learned, if you need to make a pause, just make a pause and think. It's absolutely normal. Doesn't need to fill this pause with a filler word, with a filler words. Okay. The question number one. Why do you think some people enjoy rewatching the same movies or series again and again? From my experience, yes, actually, from my experience, I do rewatch some titles and I do replay some games that I really like. And why I'm doing it? Because it brings me joy. Yes, it brings me joy, and I don't and I do and I don't see anything wrong with that. Yes. For example, I really like Lord of the Rings. It's my favorite movie from all movies, and I can rewatch this movie when I really want to. And sometimes I want it to rewatch once a month, once in a 2 months, once in a year, or probably I feel like I want to watch a, revo- a, revo- a re or I feel like I want to rewatch Lord of the Rings every weekend. I think this is absolutely normal. It brings me joy and comfort, and probably to other people who like to redo, rewatch, or re-experience things that they like, probably just probably it just brings to them the same feelings, comfort, joy, and pleasant time spending, and that's why they like to do it as well as I am. As I, as I do, as well as I do. Next question. Do you think it's better to live in a place where many things are happening or somewhere calm and predictable? I'm not sure about calm and predict. I'm not sure about predictable, but I'm sure about that. I would love to prefer to live in a place somewhere in a calm place for sure, and in a very stable grounded place. The place probably not very predictable, yes, but stable, safe, and calm. This is my preparations. um, this is my preparation. Probably for someone it would for probably for someone it would be boring experience, boring life. But for me, stability, safetyness, and stability, security, safetyness, and calm, much more preferable, and brings me much more joy than haphazard way of experiencing or haphazard way of being. Yes. So my opinion, for me, better to live in a calm, stable, secure, safety, calm place. Not always predictable, but stable. Yeah. The question number three. Why? Well, actually, why? Before I answer the question number three, I want to elaborate a little. I want to say that why I prefer calm, stable places, because my main job, my art, and my passion requires a lot of concentration to perform. Requires a lot of time, concentration, and absence of different disturbances. Let's name it in that way. So when I'm in a calm environment, when I can absolutely focus on what I'm doing, I can perform it very well, and it brings me a lot of joy. That's why I prefer calm places, because it's much more suitable for my way of living, for my psychic, for my way of living, for my mentality, and for my art that I passionate and for my art that I'm passionate about. The question number three. Why do trends change so quickly nowadays? Why do trends change? Why do trends change so quickly nowadays? Because we are living in a digital era. Yes, because we are living in a digital era, correct?
Era.
Era. Yes, because we are living in a digital era, and everything is developing very fast, and everything is changing very fast. But also, I've noticed the peculiar thing that preferences of the trends, preferences of the people doesn't really change much. It's actually change. Yeah, no, it's changing, of course, but it's a cycle, actually. Yes, things that is old usually become trendable in nowadays. Then cycle changed, and something that was and then it becomes less trendable. Okay, and the cycle then repeats, and it's become old again, and from the old again to the trend. Yes, it's a cycle. It's a circle, actually. This is what I've noticed, that all things at first becomes at first we have a thing that is trendable, then it becomes old, everyone forgot about that, but after a couple of years then the trendable things but after a couple of years these old things that everyone forget about become again trendable, and continue like that. Yes, just moving into the circle, things moving into the circle. At least that's what I've noticed. The next question. Do you think people today get bored more easily than in the past? Uh, I don't know. Really, it's not the type of question that I can be sure about. I can talk from my own experience, but I think I'm a little bit different person. I'm dedicated to the thing that I wanted to achieve. So for me, life it's not about getting high or getting bored. Yes, life for me now it's not about how to entertain myself and yes, sorry, I will construct it properly. Um, life for me now it's not about entertaining or boring. Life for me now is for doing the right things according to plan in order to achieve the things that I want to achieve. This is how my life is built now, and and how I'm living actually. Sometimes I'm bored, sometimes I'm entertained, sometimes I feel nothing. Like, for example, now I feel actually nothing. I don't feel bored, I don't feel entertained when I'm recording this speaking practice video. I'm just doing what I need to do. Yeah, and sometimes I'm very excited about recording the speaking practice video. Sometimes I really don't want to. Sometimes I'm really bored with what I'm doing. But but it needs to be done, and it means that I'm gonna get it done. Yes, if it's need to be done, it will be done. For me, it's like that. For me, I'm living this way right now, so I can't really say that. Do people get bored more easily than in the past? I simply don't operate in these terms. Yes, my life not about uh, entertaining, boring, or something like that. My life about doing the right things, doing the things according to plan, and get finally to the result that I really want. So this is what my life about. Not about what this question about. Sorry for repeating myself. I'm just practicing. Probably I could say that if we will take it in general, just think logically. Um, yes, people now get easily bored because of lack of ability to focus on one thing, especially um, the children, because they have gadgets, they don't know exactly how to control their time properly. We have TikToks, we have YouTube Shorts, we have a lot of media in our phones that very easily distract us from the things. So that's why, because of this huge amount of different information that new generation tend to put in their mind, in their attention, at the same time, it's very difficult for people for people who do this, yes, it's very difficult for them to concentrate on the one precise things and maintain this concentration, maintain this focus while doing it. That's why they get easily bored because they train their mind to be entertained by these constant dopamine spikes from YouTube or TikTok or things like that. Yes, this is my answer. What the next question? What makes certain places feel comfortable, even if they are not your home? Difficult for me to say. Now I'm living at my home, and I left it once. I mean, left it for changing the place for a living. Once, I rent. I think quite a good flat for me, for my needs. It was quite comfortable to live in there. It was quite comfortable to live there. But I still felt like it's not my home. I'm just paying for this place. I'm just renting this place. So it it's when you at your home you can say this is my home. Yes, this is mine. But when you're renting the place, you can't feel yourself so comfortably. Yes, in this way, you have a person. You need to pay a rent. You need to always make money to pay for rent. Yes, if you stop paying for rent, you'll be just kicked out from your place. So from this place, not your because this is not your place. That's how it feels. Yes, it's comfortable to live, but you can't relax fully on 100%, on 100% like you can do it at your home. Next question. But sorry, the question number five was about what makes certain places feel comfortable even if they're not your home. Quality of the place. You just need to like this place. Yes, you just need to feel yourself comfortable in this place. You need to you need to want to be in this place. Like when you are looking for a flat to rent, you seen the photos, and if you feel that this is right for you, this is when you want to spend all your day. Yes, just imagine it. Will you be ready to spend all your day in this flat, and will you feel yourself happy? If yes, this is the right choice. But if you see some crap flat, or flat that just not uh, appeal to you, yes, you don't want to spend there any second, or at least you don't want to live there, it's a better choice just not to rent it, because you not gonna be comfortable there. Yes. So my answer is, what makes certain places feel comfortable? Just your own. You need to trust your own personal feeling. Just being in a flat, you'll understand. Do you want to be there or not? Just by seeing the photos of the flat, you'll understand. Do you want to spend time there or not? Yes, just trust your guts, trust your feelings in this while making this choice. The next question. Why do some hobbies stay popular for decades while others disappear? I need a little bit more preciseness. Yes, a little bit more precise information to answer for this question properly. What hobbies, what kind of hobbies, what hobbies disappear, what hobbies still popular? My hobby is to study languages now, and also driving. I don't have a car, but I bought a driving simulator startup. I mean, wheel, gear shifter, and pedals. And I want to make driving my hobby. But I can't right now buy a car. I can't afford the car right now, but I can afford a sim racing setup. So I bought a sim racing, and I will train driving through the simulator. Yeah, that's about my hobby. Um, w- did do the hobby of studying do the hobby do the studying languages hobby disappear over the years? I think no. I think there is a lot of people now who like studying languages, who like practicing new languages, who like and discover new things for themselves. And there will, and there will be, yes, there will always be people who like studying languages like a hobby, like me, for example. I'm studying English, I'm studying Polish, and I also in the future want to study Japanese when I will fasten my English and Polish very well, yes. In order not to be afraid of forgetting these languages, while will be paying a lot of attention and time to the third one. So the second hobby, driving. I think driving. Before driving, there was horse riding. Before horse riding, probably there was some kind of skiing or things like that. People always want to entertain themselves in some way, and I don't know. People just looking for a way to entertain them. People just looking for a way to entertain themselves, and they usually choose something that they are passionate about, something that brings them a lot of interest, something that um, initiate a lot of interest and bring them a lot of joy. People simply looking for it, and the time is moving on. The technologies are enhancing. The technologies is enhancing, and technologies is or are two technologies, three technologies. I'm not sure. Let's say is right now. The technologies is enhancing, and with technologies, new types of routines, new types of things, how we can entertain ourselves, and that creates new hobbies, and probably some old hobbies and some or probably old hobbies which are exactly less actual or not suitable for the mm, nowadays society. They simply, you know, fading off. But thinking right now, I can't even make up the things that will absolutely disappear from human life as a hobby. I really don't know. I think there is still all around the world people who practice hobbies, very old fashioned hobbies, hobbies that I'm not even, the hobbies that I don't even know. So I'm not going to say anything more. I think it just all goes naturally. Yes. If there is something very interesting, something very appealing to the person or to the people, it's gonna to continue exist until the humanity is existing. Yeah. Do you think people behave differently when they know they're being watched? Of fucking course. Of bloody was. Sorry. Of fucking course. Of bloody course. Yes, just 100%. I'm sure that there is a lot of people, there is millions of people who behave differently when they know they are being watched. That's how our this this is how our social mechanisms are built. Yes, most of the people afraid of being judged. Most of the people trying to be good only for the other people, or only for their own, or only for keeping or enhancing their own social image. Yes, in my perspective, there is not much people who do things only because they know and they understand and they decided for themselves this is the right things to do. And there is not much there is not much people like that. This is my opinion. The people who do the right things because they understand why the things is right to do. Most of the people just do what is commonly conventional. What is the most of the people? The most people do uh, or behave in a conventional manner only because it's conventional. They don't know why they should do it. Yes, they just do it because this is the society rules. This is conventional.
Conventional.
Or conventional way of behaving, or they were just simply taught to do it. Yes, just a reflexes. And in most cases, these types of people who behave only because the society forced them to behave in this way. When they are not watched, they, in my opinion, they degrade. Yes, they degrade very much when they are not watched, because the only motivation for them to do something right is because someone watching them, someone is watching them, someone is judging them. Yes, it's the only motivation understandable for them to do the things that needs to be done. They don't question things. They don't try to understand why something is conventional.
Conventional.
Why something is conventional, why it needs to be done in this way, why people before long time ago or recently made this social rule, this behavior rule. Why should we do it? Yes, most of the time, and the like say it, the biggest part of the humanity usually don't pay attention to it. They just do what they taught, what they said to be done. And when nobody's watching, there is no reason for them to continue following these conventional conventional rules. Yeah, this is my answer. Why do small daily routines often matter more than big life events? Because small daily routines build up the big life events. How it works? For example, for me, the big life event will be when I will achieve C1 level of English, for example. Yes, this would be the very huge, the very big event that will make me absolutely confident, stable, secure, fluent English speaker, and I will be able to communicate with everyone, and actually no weird accent, no pronunciation mistakes. No, it all will be gone. It all will be worked out. Yes, worked away. Let's say worked away. It all will be enhanced so much that I will be, of course, distinguishable for a native, but still speaking so good that it would be absolutely pleasant to hear. Yes, one day it will be a big event in my life. But how I actually can make it possible, yes? How I actually can make C1 of level possible for me, how I can achieve it. And the answer is very easy. Small daily routines like speaking practice videos, like reading books, like training pronunciation or watching something in English, yes? Working with vocabulary. All these small daily routines that I do daily, that I do consistently, just simply build up this setting up or building up this stage or stairs to or this base on which I will be achieving the C1 language of English. Yes, it's like thanks to these simple daily routines, my knowledge, my skills are training, my skills are building up, and one day I will build up so much that I simply will reach or will understand that I've reached already the C1 level of English. Yes, it's not gonna happen in one day miracle. It's gonna happen in years of daily of daily practices of daily small routines. And that's why daily small routines often matter more than big life events, because we achieve big life events thanks to the daily small routines that building up this momentum or moving us forward to this big life event. Yeah. The question number 9. Do you think humor is something people are born with, or can it be developed? I don't think that humor is something people are born with. I think humor is a skill, and as any skill in our life, it can be absolutely developed. Actually, my belief, and I'm sure about it, it's not only belief, I'm sure about it, that the person can learn anything, like a monkey. Yes? No, no, not sorry for comparing. It's 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 the wrong way. No, it's not a wrong way, but I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about that we have a mind, and our mind is a very strong. It's not just strong. Um, it's a godly strong instrument, and this instrument can, thanks to this instrument that we have, we can learn absolutely anything. A human can learn absolutely any skill if he will put enough time, attention, and efforts in it. You can learn physics, you can learn mathematics, you can learn medicine, you can learn everything that you want. Your mind is capable of it. Human mind is capable of everything, actually. About if I'm talking about skill learning, human mind capable of learn any skill, any skills that humans learned before. We have this capacity for the learning. So, uh, humor for me, it's also a skill, like stand-up comics or some showmen who develop their humor, who make their humor their passion, their main skills, the main skills that brings them money, make humor their passion and profession and the main skill. And they working on the humor, they working on the humor as a skill, they create jokes, then they thinking about different structure of the joke. They made a science, yes, from a humor. They made humor a skill, and thanks to the skill, thanks to developing the skill, they very funny and they making laugh a lot of people. And they are making laugh a lot, and they make laugh a lot of people. Yeah. So My answer is that that the humor is a skill, and skill can be developed. We only born with our physical. We only born with our physical traits. Yes, with our physical traits. Different probably same biology, but different genes, different different not bunch, but different bundle of traits. Yes, different bundle of traits in any human. But the skills, yes, the skills. It's not about being born with the skills. Skills about being educated, being learned, and being experienced in using the skill. Yes, so skill is the thing that can be absolutely learned, and the humor is a skill. Yeah, sorry for repeating myself the third time, but I think you get the point. And the last, surely, the last question for today, the question number 2 is: why do some conversations feel effortless while others feel exhausting? Oh, it's a quite complicated answer. Oh, sorry, it's a quite complicated question to answer, actually. Um, there is a lot of factors. Yes. Do we feel ourselves safe during the conversation? Do we trust the person with whom we talk about? Do we actually talking about something interesting for us? Yes. A lot of things, actually, a lot. But generally, I think what makes some conversation effortless and other feel exhausting, it's trust. Yes, it's trust, because when you trust the person with whom you talk, when you don't expect something um, unpleasant on or um, assaulting to you from other person, you can share. You don't need to think a lot, actually. Yes, you don't need to think a lot about defenses. You don't need to analyze what other person's saying constantly in order to look for hidden traps or manipulations. Yeah, you don't need to do it. Yes, you just simply can relax and concentrate on regular, pleasant, simple, no, not simple, but regular, pleasant, and plain human talking. Yeah, without looking for hidden threats, without defending yourself, without, you know what I mean. Yes, it's not a job. Yes, when it's not a work. Actually, it's not a mental work. You just spending your time pleasantly, relaxing, and sharing thoughts with person whom you trust. In this case, I think it feels effortless. If you don't know the person well, if you don't trust the person, if you expect something bad from other person, it can't be effortless. Yes, talking to this person, communicating with these types of persons, it's already effort, because you're not sharing. Actually, you are playing the game. You're playing the game of uh, moving around information. Yes, you're thinking about how much you can say. You're thinking about what other person says. You analyze it. You're looking for the traps. You're avoiding the traps. You set in your own traps. Yes, it's a fucking job. Yeah, in the manner of speaking. It's not a process of communicating. It's not a process of sharing. It's a process of um, social, let's say, social talkative competition. Yes, social talkative competition, and that feel exhausting, because you're playing mind games. You are in a mind ring. Yes, where you boxing by words with your opponent. Yes, looking for soft spots, looking for insecurities, looking for where to strike. Yes, how to deflect, how to strike, how to defend yourself. It's not the relaxing thing. Yeah, that's what I mean. And that for me is That's for me is my answer. Yeah. What's the difference between effortless conversations and exhausting conversations? Yeah. But it's not all. Yes, I just give a small amount of information, just one example. There is might be a lot of example, like you're just not really interested in the topic, or the person with whom you speak, you have no point to speak with this person. Yes, it's just like a stranger from the street, and you are hurrying to your own businesses. Yes, you're hurrying. You're in a hurry, and you need to go for jobs, for example, or to meet someone, and someone is trying to small talk with you. Yes, it's also exhausting because there is no time for this and no desire for this. Yeah. So I think you get the point. Yes, what I've been trying to say. Yes, if there is a security, if the dialogue is secure, if the situation is safety, if you trust the person, and if you have common interests in life, yes, if you are compatible, uh, there is a big chance that the conversation will feel effortless and even more uh, not only effortless but nourishing for both of you, because you will be sharing very interesting information, and it would be just genuine connection between two good people. But if there is mental fighting, if there is no trust, if there is defenses or things like that, there is going to be exhausting because your mind is working not in a sharing manner, not in a sharing, producing, and creating manner, but in defensive, um, competitive, self-preserving manner. Yeah, two different states, two different modes to operate. I'm not saying that one mode is good and the other is bad. No, they are both important. They are both important. They are both needs to be very well developed in a full-grown human in order to handle different situations. But one is exhausting because it's actually a very huge mental work, and the other is effortless and nourishing because it's a recreation. It's a process of thinking and creating something together. Yeah, this creating something good, something genuine, channeling good thoughts, channeling good energy to each other. Yeah. Okay, this was 10. This were 10 questions from ChatGPT. Not very. I performed the speaking practice not very well. I felt it. I held myself how I'm speaking. I held my accent. I held my pronunciation mistakes, and also there was a lot of filler words sometimes. But I did what I can, and the only way to improve speaking skills is to continue doing speaking practice consistently. Because as I found out recently, that not actually found out, but I think I always knew that, but I stated it for myself recently that practice brings progress. No, no, practice brings results. Yes, practice brings results, but consistency brings progress. So, very important things to do both practice to get results and practice consistently to progress. Yes, that's what I wanted to say. So, thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next speaking practice video. Goodbye for today and have a good rest before the next day full of productive things. The next day before the next day full of very productive, interesting, and nourishing things in life. See you.